Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you kind of like a review of a lens that I've had for a couple of years. It's 300mm f5.6, and it says, okay, if you could read in there, I'll just turn it around so it says that it's made for Alpa Swiss. So this lens was made in the 70s. It's a M42 mount. This lens was made in the 70s, and it was made for, it says, the Alpa Swiss cameras. Now, Alpa Swiss are very high-end cameras. I could say were and are, because they are still making cameras, medium format, but they don't make any of their own lenses. They outsource all the lenses to high-end manufacturers, and therefore I don't believe, this was made for Alpa Swiss, but I think it was like, made so that it would work on it, but probably not sold with it, if you know what I mean. And it's very versatile because it is a M42 screw mount. So a little bit about the lens. It's as I said, it's f5.6 to f22, and it has a minimal focal distance of 8 feet, and it's probably about, I think I have measured, I think it's like 6.5 inches long, and then what is it, when another, like 3/4 of an inch if you pull this out, and when you zoom, so that's another that's another inch, or 3/4 of an inch. It has, as you can see, no collar to mount it, but at its weight of 1 pound 5.6 ounces, it's not very heavy, and even with the adapter, which extends it another inch or so here, and adds about another 3 ounces, it's fairly light, and it's surprisingly light considering it's a steel camera. There's not, steel lens. This back part here, okay, so this is plastic. And this seems like, I don't know. Now I'm talking, I'm not even sure. I think these parts are probably plastic, but it has because it's somehow they've been able to keep the weight down. So I'm assuming, I think this part is metal, and this part down here may be plastic, but it's a very sturdy, it doesn't feel cheap. That minimum focal distance of 8 feet is really nice because it allows you to get very close to the subjects, and there's a saying that the best images that you're going to get with a telephoto lens are the ones that you're going to get close up. So a lot of truth in that. Now I adapted with a Photassi adapter to both a GX85 and a G9 Mark II, and so the images that you're seeing here are from those cameras. And there's some of these images that my youngest son took with his G9 II as well. Now, the nice thing about the G9 II, and a lot of these newer cameras, when you're shooting with these older lenses, is that they have internal stabilization, which really helps, because I took this out, when I was in a park, and when I go out to the park, I like to take a tripod, but what I found is that in most instances, I mean, unless I set it up to take a still image, you know, and I've got, like, you know, you've got your mission, it's really hard because you end up, things move around, wildlife moves around, and I end up finding that I'm shooting handheld. So handheld, to have image stabilization in these newer digital cameras, is a pretty nice feature. Especially with the crop factor, with the micro four thirds. At 300 millimeters, you're effectively shooting 600, so there's that. Anyway, I think this is a pretty nice lens. All the information that I have about it, see below. That's where I got most all the information that I have. I might have picked up a tidbit, you know, here, there, elsewhere. But now, the lens that is described in the review that I'm referencing below, that this is an Adaptall, you know, Chinon lens or whatever, the ones in the review, by the way, you can see up in the corner, it looks just exactly like this one, but they have 6 irises in those lenses, and this lens happens to have 9, so you can see them. You can see if I could. There's 9 irises, and what if you notice? Oh, that's my mouth on the other end. So, but the important thing here to notice is that the aperture with 9 blades is almost, you know, an even circle, and therefore you're going to get a really nice smooth image with some really nice bokeh. Okay, so that's it for this lens. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. And that's all for now.